Happy Friday. Are you ready to ramble? So, I forgot to talk about the Artemis II launch last week. I wanted to, and after I got done, I was like, crap. But it actually worked out because I'm going to talk about some of the interesting things I saw in Fallout after the launch. So, I totally forgot about it. I had seen it and I've been wanting to watch one, and my father got a hold of me and was like, hey, he's like, I got YouTube on, they're going to have the launch. And it was like, I don't know, it was less than 10 minutes. Well, no, a little more than 10 minutes before the launch. And so I wrangled Elodie and I tried to keep her occupied so that she would sit with me as well. And we watched it. I thought it was great. I love space. I love learning about it. I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to like researching or anything, but it's mind blowing, and I'm the type of person that I think so big sometimes that you get deep into thought process and it actually messes with you. Like you get a little bit like, whoa, I got to stop thinking about this because it's mind blowing. I'm the type of person that would look into a mirror too long and be like, well, it doesn't take that long, but it'd be like, am I here? Like, is this my body? Used to give me panic attacks. But anyway, I think about space like that and, like what's beyond and beyond and beyond. And, so anyway, it's really cool. So I was really glad to watch it. I thought it was amazing. And I've been kind of following a little bit. I've been really busy. I have to catch up on when they're coming down and all that. But I also follow a lot of conspiracy theorists. And I'm a conspiracy kind of girl. I think that anything is possible. And there's just been so many experiences in my life where, you think that, or I've seen in my life where you think that one thing is the truth and it's not, or, it's like one thing, just because you see one thing does not mean that that's the whole story. And I follow a lot of them, and a lot of it's Epstein, and I mean, touching on Kennedy and 9/11 and stuff. And these people are like, yeah, that wasn't real. And astronauts are actually actors. And I'm like, has anybody else dealt with that this week where you kind of have to like slowly back into the bushes, like that Simpsons meme? Like it's like, oh, this is not where I want to be right now and who I want to support. And I actually I couldn't even tell you who all they are because I can't remember the names of these influencers and conspiracy theorists, whatever. I just watch videos and I just watch my little videos. So anyway, though, it was like a quick, yeah, we might want to halt on this because I in no way, shape, or form believe that. Now, I don't know about the moon landing, the actual moon landing in the 60s. I wasn't there. I wasn't alive at the time. I don't know. Do I still believe it? Honestly, yeah, I do. I don't know why they'd want to fake something like that, but I mean, it's always plausible. But this was real. Like, I know, space is real. Like the flat earthers and stuff. It's kind of like, be careful with your conspiracies. So anyway, that was interesting, and I don't get it. I feel like this whole age of AI, because on the other hand, I was looking at videos that had almost 100K likes on them that were artificial intelligence, like blatantly in your face of people in a cockpit looking down at the moon. And I'm just like, and it was stating that this was video. And it's like, wow. So be prepared for it to get worse, because I feel like stuff like that is just going to fuel the fire with everything, but with that specifically. Anyway, so I thought that was cool. And I really had my eyes open to some of these people that I follow, where I'm like, The other thing was, I was thinking about vanity this week, believe it or not. How, you grow up and you're told, like vanity is bad, vanity is bad. Uh, Especially if you're in a religious setting, with Pilgrim Holiness, it was very, look simple and neat. Vanity is sinful, it's of the devil, all that stuff. And I was thinking this week about how actually vanity can be a very good thing. It's kind of like pride, where it could be a good thing in moderation. So I stopped drinking from straws. I stopped drinking from straws because about a month ago, maybe a month and a half, because of the airflow and GERD and reflux with my digestive system and my throat and stuff. So I nixed the straws, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, that's actually a really good thing, because I'm not a smoker, but when you're constantly sucking out of a straw, those wrinkles on your lips are going to get worse. And I was like, oh, well, that's one thing I don't have to worry about now. So anyway, I just have to worry about my what the hell look, my what the hell wrinkle, or my anger wrinkle. Anyway, I got thinking about it, and I was like, my mind ran with it. And I'm like, you know what? Vanity really has helped me out in my life. I'm not particularly vain, but there's things that I really care about. I mean, I'm not going to do drugs and such because I don't want my health to fail. I don't want to die, but I don't want to look like crap. And I'm like, well, I don't smoke because I don't want to look like crap. I don't want to be leathery. I take care of myself as best I could because I don't want to look like crap. I want to look good. And I just thought there's a lot of things that vanity actually helps about looking your best when you go out in public. And like I said, to a point, it's like being prideful. Like, you don't want to bite your nose off to spite your face because of your pride, but you want to hold some pride. If somebody's like treating you like crap, you want to be like, have some pride, or stuff like that. But I was thinking about that, and that's one little thing I thought this week. I'm like, you know what? Vanity actually can be a really good thing, Just a thought. And now as for artwork, I finished my commission, so I have nothing going on right now here. I have a larger painting on the other side of the camera that I'm going to start work on. Well, I have started, but not this week. And I wanted to tell you what I do with this now. So I never used to gesso my canvases. I used to just buy them gessoed. I like the gallery wrapped, just buy it and you're done, paint on it. And it would drive me crazy because I like to have my color saturated. Like, I do not like to see like the little, I guess you could call them like pock marks in the canvas. And so what I started doing with probably my last 6 to 8 canvases, I have started gessoing them myself with Liquitex. This actually goes quite further than I thought it would, just FYI. So it's the Liquitex gesso. So what I'm going to do on next couple canvases, because what I do is I have like 2 or 3 at a time gessoed, ready to go. I will do a thin coat on this, let it dry, lightly sand it, and then do 2 more coats. I've been doing 3 total. It's been tough because my attention deficit, I want to do just 2 and call it good. But really 3 for me is where it's at because it makes such a smooth surface. And even though I want to start painting some on board, I know canvas better, and this makes it smoother, kind of reminds me of painting on a board. Plus, painting on board is different. I don't like, the blending is a little different. I like the canvas better, but this makes a smoother surface. So I like that. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing, is gessoing a couple different canvases. And this is something that, if you're busy with your child and you can't sit down for a good session, just do bits and pieces, do mindless things that don't take a lot of brain power. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to spread that around on there and sand it down. We're going to do it 3 different times. And just when you do that kind of stuff, keep in mind that is more money, it's more labor, and it's more time, and it's money as in supplies. So you have to price accordingly. And if people don't understand your pricing, I mean, you can always sell yourself short, but if you're putting all that time and effort and money into it, you're not going to see anything in the long run. So personally, I'd rather hold on to my paintings than to shortchange myself and drop my prices, drop them exponentially. Like I will, for different places and different people, work with things, but you have to have a baseline where it's like, listen, I now put 3 different gesso layers on my paintings and sand them. It's not like I did years ago where, you just, and you go right at it, or even, a wash underneath. So anyway, that's what I'm up to. That's something interesting. If you want to try it, I really like to do that anymore. It just makes it so much better. And if you're someone who likes the process like me, I love to blend. I love to physically have the feeling of a paintbrush on the canvas and blending and looking at it. It's mesmerizing. And maybe that's the neurodivergent part of me. But when you have a smooth surface, like butter. So anyway, all right, well, thank you for coming to my ramble, and I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you next week.